Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. It's our 5th season. We're back after 100 episodes. So many shows talking about Star Wars, so many guests. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon. I'm joined today by one of our favorite guests here, Oti. Welcome back. How are you doing on this new season 5 of Radio Rebellion?
I'm doing well. I started off with the wrong foot because I totally forgot we were going to do this, but here I am.
Man,
I got here before you.
Oh, come on. Why you throw me under the bus, okay? Today's supposed to be a happy day. We're talking Star Wars Celebration. It's Star Wars Saturday, and we're already starting throwing people under the bus, but it's fine. It happens. Yeah, last time for my season 4 premiere, for some reason there was a problem with my microphone, I think, and there was some feedback. And then it's like, yeah, finally we're back. And then when I'm listening back to it, just a bunch of feedback. Just when I talk, when I had Meg Dowell, we were talking about our favorite helmets, something I always wanted to talk about, and then I just messed it up.
I remember this. Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun. We're having fun today. Oti, it's been a while since you've been here. What have you been up to Star Wars-wise? How are things going?
It's not been going good.
No, you haven't finished High Republic yet?
I actually started Midnight Horizon, but I have to start again because it's been like a month and a half since I started reading.
Yeah, that's a heavy book. That's a hefty one. So you need time.
Something happened with it because Star Wars books are fairly straightforward for anyone to read, and this was the first book I was like, wait, what just happened? I had to go back. But yeah, I have to read that. I'm very, very, very not updated on the comics. I haven't read Trail of Shadows. I actually got the collection.
Okay.
I haven't read the Mark and Rowe comics, neither of the two. So I'm very far behind. I'm a CPA, so tax season has just consumed all my time, and
yeah,
it's almost over. And yeah,
some real life situations sometimes get in the way, but. Yeah, you're supposed to be here for our final show, our big High Republic Phase 1 kind of recap, and about a week or 2 weeks before you're like, I can't make it. I'm just too busy. So
the amount of times I've gone to bed at 2 a.m. during this tax season, it's been horrible. So yeah, at times I'm like, I should read the book, but I should use the time to sleep.
Sure. So, I get it. Yeah.
So yeah.
So I'm guessing you haven't gotten into Brotherhood yet, the new one by Mike.
It still hasn't arrived. I think it should arrive on time because it's the first time it shipped the day it came out. So it should be there this week. Yeah. Oh, some cool Star Wars thing though. I got that Rey lightsaber. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
With the flick to turn it on with the dial. Oh man,
it's so addictive to just like
just in a week it'll just be broken. It won't turn.
Yeah, I'm very cautious about it because of that.
Yeah, I'm the other way. I posted on Twitter the other day my Count Dooku one. I turned it on May 5th to take a picture, and then halfway through it, there's a gap about 6 or 7 inches that doesn't light up. So it's red, then off, and then the tip is red. Like, I'm like, come on, really? It hasn't been a year.
Can you remove the lightsaber?
Yeah, I haven't removed the blade yet to try it. Yeah, and a few people have told me that if they go down to Galaxy's Edge, they can get me another one. But man, I don't want to have to show I got another $50 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyway, whatever. Let's move on. Let's not start crying about all the money I spent, and now it works. I'll just crop
it's still
the picture.
Cool though.
Yeah, it is cool. All right, let's say hi first. Our friend Dale Earthman is here. Hello there, Dale. Are you ready for Kenobi, Dale? I'm betting you are. Oti, we're gonna spend a lot of time next week talking about Kenobi, but are you excited? I'm sure you watched that trailer. How are you feeling right now for Kenobi?
I'm the most hyped I've been since this whole thing kicked off. The press thing, Hayden Christensen for being like edgy Anakin has this very like wholesome voice, and he's like, yeah, I take care of puppies, and you're like,
yeah.
So I'm very, very excited. That last trailer was just like,
So you're saying
perfection.
that a little bit of promotion helps push the hype for the show, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't all have to be quiet. Some press tour a month before, it all kind of helps.
it helps, but keeping it all a secret also helps because that day you're gonna be like, I gotta see this, I gotta see this.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be cool. Not a lot has been revealed yet, apart from some of the main cast. We still don't know who of the cast that was announced, who are they playing. So we'll see. Just two
Yeah.
weeks for Kenobi. All right. So before we start, this season 5, so we had to do something new, something important. And I said there was going to be an announcement during the first 5 minutes of the show. Let's go ahead and do it. So, Otto, you've been here a long, long time. You've been one of our most recurring guests. We spoke a few weeks ago. We said, you know what? Let's make this official. So, as of today, Oti is officially our co-host here on Radio Rebellion. So, thank you, Oti, officially for joining the Rebellion.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure. I love being here every single time, and things get weird when I'm here because I do crazy things sometimes. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
just gonna have to tolerate me.
We'll see. It might be one of
But
those things, just like those mean, what have I done? But I've been thinking since season 4, before I started season 4, I've been thinking about having a co host because even though I love the freedom that I have by doing the show on my own, because I can talk about whatever I want, do the topics that I want, it's the conversations that kind of are my favorite episodes because I have someone to talk with. And then you've been here, like we said, a few times. Then we did our Book of Boba Fett reviews where you were guest co-host, and those went great. So you know what? Let's just keep it going. So again, thanks for being here. We'll still have special guests from time to time. They'll still be here, hopefully, especially for the Kenobi episodes. I gotta get Arisu for one of those because she loves Kenobi so much. And then whatever happens, happens. But great to have you on board.
I'm very excited, so I'm happy to be here.
All right. So anyone else? Let's see. Who else is there? Can you show?
Oh, it's Mo showed up.
No. Oh,
Hi,
there she is.
hi Mo.
Hey, Mo, thanks for joining us, Mo. And all right, I think if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. Let's talk Star Wars, and it's Star Wars Celebration. Let's start speculating responsibly as always, because we don't know what's going to happen. I was kind of hoping that they weren't going to reveal the schedule already so we can speculate about all the things that we're going to be talking about.
So you're telling me you don't want that much information? That's
Come
what
on,
you're
come on. It's
saying.
not the same. It's for the show. Crap. No, my argument has been broken in the first 7 minutes. No, but I understand because people want to plan what they're going to be doing for 4 days. So I do understand why they revealed it already. It's 2 weeks. Before we jump into it, I think I know the answer, but are you going to Celebration this year? And have you ever been to Celebration?
I have not been to Celebration. There was a moment I thought this would be the year, but it didn't pan out, and yeah, it sucks. But every year I take the Friday off to see the stream. I actually love doing that. It it might feel like sad to be all alone watching a computer screen, but there's like, I don't know. I find it to be fun. So yeah, I'll probably during work I'll be listening to the panels on Thursday, but on Friday I'm free, and then throughout the weekend I'll be watching.
Yeah, same here. Haven't gone to Celebration yet. Not going this year. I thought I think 2019 or 2021, wherever they said, oh, it got canceled, it got pushed to 2022. I'm like, okay, I got a year to plan. I'll try to be there. But then just logistically didn't make sense. After California with the family and all that, I couldn't find a way to do it. So I said, okay, whatever, we won't go this year. And I haven't been there. I said here on the show plenty of times. I almost went in 2017 because I did it in Orlando for Last Jedi.
Oh,
I know. I didn't go. I still beat my head over it because of it. But eventually, I'm hoping that they come back to Orlando soon. But with
probably will.
all the issues happening here with the governor kind of
Oh,
beating Disney, it's like, maybe they want to stay away. But at the same time, they just opened the Galactic Star Cruiser. What better way to promote it than come down to Celebration? We'll give you a tour or some special package for people to go to the Star Cruiser. So here's hoping that they come back at some point soon.
they should do the biggest, wokest celebration in Orlando to own the GOP.
Yeah, here you go. All colorful, all the flags, just
Yeah.
Do it. They should just bring everyone, the wokest one. Everyone is invited to the Star Cruiser. I hope. I hope at
By
some
the
point.
way, Dale's gonna be at Celebration, so have
Ooh,
fun.
congratulations, Dale.
And Lauren is also hanging out in the chat.
And Lauren's gonna be at Celebrations. She's gonna be joining us live from there. So even though we're not there, we have a special correspondent down in Anaheim helping us that day. So
Yeah.
thanks, Lauren, again for that. We're gonna have a lot of fun. 3 special shows that week.
Oh, look who's here.
Who's here? Ooh, Arsu, we're just talking about you. We need to
Yeah.
get you here for one of the Kenobi episodes that we do. So we'll be in touch. We need to have your thoughts on Kenobi. But thanks for joining us, Arsu. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start speculating a little bit about Celebration. It all starts Thursday. For some reason, I thought the big announcements were going to be on Friday, but then no, it's starting Thursday with the biggest one, which is the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase. It's going to be streaming, so at least the two of us in our separate work office, no one else knowing. We're going to shut the door, put a little note outside.
That one's Thursday.
Thursday, I don't have the time here.
And it's a long one. I think it's an
Like
hour
an
and a half.
hour and a half. So let me read it. The description it says Star Wars Celebration returns launching with a must-see showcase that will kick the weekend festivities into hyperdrive. Wink, wink. Lucasfilm current crop of live-action filmmakers will be joined by special guests to discuss the many Star Wars adventures coming soon, including Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and The Mandalorian. I'm gonna ask you because I was surprised that they didn't do like a live-action movie thing and then one for the TVs. Are you surprised or are you okay that you're doing everything together in one panel?
I'm not gonna lie. When I read the panels, I was a bit disappointed because my whole thing with the Celebration, I want to, it's been a while since the Skywalker saga ended. The shows are in hyperdrive. The games are coming out, but I wanted to see like new.
Yeah.
What's next? What's the next 10 years of Star Wars look like? And I was hoping we were gonna get like a games panel, a movie panel, a TV show panel. So when I saw like it was all gonna be crammed in here, I was like a bit bummed. I'm actually happy I've been busy and haven't been able to podcast because I've kind of come around it because it's a long panel. Mandalorian is gonna have its own separate thing the next day, I think.
Saturday actually it's gonna be
Saturday.
Mandalorian.
Because my biggest fear was that this thing would turn into, 1 hour of Mandalorian content and then half an hour of this is coming.
I mean, but still, because even with Mando having its own panel, it's here in the description, and including Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and the Mandalorian. So they're going to spend time talking about Mando here, even though it has its own panel.
Just like a little, season 3 is coming. Okay, next. But I'm, because the thing is, as much as I want new things, when you think about it, there's a lot that's been announced that we know nothing about. And getting that information, there'll be this feeling like, oh, they announced nothing. But again, there's a lot of things we know absolutely nothing about. So I'm excited. I'm very much looking forward to that panel.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I still think they should have gone this route. Let's say Thursday is just the movies, then Friday is the live action TV shows, or even anything that's Disney Plus, and then do maybe the books on Saturday and then something else on Sunday. They decide to go a different route. They know what they're doing. But yeah, like you said, it's an hour and a half panel, so they have a lot to go through. Kenobi is already going to be premiering the following day, so I don't know how much information they're going to be giving that day. Probably just bring the cast, maybe show a little clip or something. Maybe the people at Celebration at the end of the panel get to see the episodes a day earlier, so good for them because they got pushed back to that Friday instead of being released on Wednesday. But let's talk about some of the things that we hope get announced, because like you said, there's a bunch of things that have been either officially announced or heavily rumored. And so do you think we're getting some information? Hey, Roberto, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, Roberto. Again, Roberto, another person is going to be here for a special Star Wars Celebration episodes in 2 weeks. Do you think we're going to get some information about the Taika Waititi movie? A name?
I hope so. I really hope so. And there's I don't know, we're probably gonna talk about it, but there's 3 movies where we know are in some level of production that
Mhm.
Michael Waldron, while doing press for Doctor Strange, talked about his
Mhm.
movie, and apparently it is happening. So,
Yeah,
but I really hope we get information on the Taika movie.
it has to because Thor is coming out this year, correct? I think in November or whatever, which or even before July, I think.
Oh yeah, July.
So that movie's done. And okay, post production, whatever. He has to be
He's
working on
already getting
something with
press.
Star Wars. I, I know Star Wars waits to reveal titles, but maybe he's out there, talks a little bit about what time period or something. But we need to start getting something about that movie. Let's talk about that Michael Wardron, Kevin Feige Star Wars movie. This is one that's been talked about for years, probably 3 or 4 years. That Feige has been kind of working on Star Wars and in some capacity. You've seen Multitude of Madness, right? Or whatever. Doctor Strange. I saw Doctor Strange. I got my issues with it. Some of it has to do with the script or the way the story went. Are you any way concerned with this writer writing Star Wars, even though he did Loki, which I loved and a lot of people loved? Are you a little bit concerned with the Star Wars news, the Star Wars movie he might be writing? I see it on your face.
I played the fifth.
Stop pleading the fifth here. Come on.
I am not concerned. No,
Okay.
I
Come
just don't
on.
want to talk about Multiverse of Madness, but I'm not that concerned about it.
All right. I'm a bit. I'll say I'm a bit concerned.
I'll say this: my biggest issue with Multiverse of Madness was the writing.
Mhm.
There.
All right. Not
I'll
to
just
get
leave it at
into Multitude of Madness. This is
that.
not an MCU podcast. Maybe at some point we'll cover other things. We'll talk about that some other point. But I love Loki. I love what he did with it.
Same.
I love the first Doctor Strange. It's one of my favorites just because it's a weird one, different from what the MCU had done. Extremely excited for Strange 2 because the trailers kind of showed it one way. Anyway, it went a different direction. So I'm like, ugh, I don't know. Coming out of Strange 2, and probably 1 or 2 days later, yeah, Michael Waldron is now writing these Star Wars movies. Like, oh man, at least give me a month or something to have kind of calm down a little bit. So I'm a bit concerned, but at the same time, people need second chances. And that movie is doing crazy numbers. And a lot of people love it. I have my issues. It's to me, it's more like a what if episode instead of an MCU movie. But maybe Star Wars is his thing and he comes back. So a bit concerned, but I'll wait to start seeing something about it before I kind of get more concerned or change my tune completely.
I'll say this. Screw it. My biggest issue with that movie is how it transitions from WandaVision
Mhm.
to the movie. I don't think it's completely out of character. I think the movie just jumps over a chapter that would have been useful. But seeing Loki being this very standalone thing with this expansive world he got to build and work on, it doesn't concern me in the sense that we've seen like probably his biggest issue is going from something to another thing.
Yeah.
But when he gets to play in his own field, he's shown with Loki that he creates a very interesting and solid universe with great characters, great motivations. So that's why I'm not concerned about that specific movie. But we'll see. We'll see.
Do you have a preference of what type of movie you want him to be working on? And same with Kevin Feige in terms of established characters or let's go to the future, let's go to the past. Does it matter? I'm hoping for new characters, new time periods. I want to move away from what we've seen already with Star Wars, start seeing something new.
I agree. Knowing that Feige is like a very diehard Star Wars fan from the 80s,
Mhm.
kind of makes me think that it'll be in this 60-year time frame that we already know. But I'm hoping if it is, it's something we haven't seen inside that timeline. But like with you, with all these movies, I just want to see something new. Even with Rogue Squadron, where we know it'll probably spin around a timeline we already know. I wanted to go like maybe beyond that. If it's post Rise of Skywalker, let's just maybe 5 years and see something we haven't seen before.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Give me something new. Before we move on to one of the next movies, what are people saying out there in the chat about
It's
Waldron and Feige's movie?
okay. So Aris is concerned, and she hasn't even seen Multiverse of Madness. Uh, Lauren says that.
Get a
sorry,
drink. You get some
sorry,
water.
sorry. Yeah. So scripts haven't been. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the past occasion, if they don't like the script, they'll push the movie or just change writers. Hopefully, again. So I don't know. I give Feige a lot of credit for everything he's done with the MCU. So I think if he's involved, he should be able to control what's coming out. But again, you can say the same thing about Strange too. So what's Roberto saying down there?
Yeah, he hasn't seen Doctor Strange 2 yet, but understands the feeling. He was feeling that the same after with Patty Jenkins after Wonder Woman 2. But with that said, now movie, new opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, new movies, new opportunity. Let's go. Yeah, I think Waldron did Loki, but not
Yeah,
WandaVision.
yeah, it
WandaVision was
was okay.
another set of female writers, I think.
Thing is with Hollywood, it's very what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Like a year ago, it was like, oh, Star Wars should really take a page out of Marvel. They have new things together, and now no, Marvel's just throwing things to the wall, see what sticks. Like, come on, like Feige when Endgame came out was God. He had everything under control, and now all of a sudden he has no idea what he's doing.
And you can still say that he is, because even though I don't want to say that split down the middle that takes on Multitude of Madness, it's making a lot of money. People are seeing this movie multiple times. People that we follow on Twitter is, oh, my third time seeing it. I love this movie. So that's fine. It wasn't for us. It was for a bunch of people out there. Hopefully Star Wars kind of works.
I'll say it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I just liked it. I thought it was fine.
We're just changing everything. I liked it. Like I said, if this was a standalone Doctor Strange movie with no connections to anything, oh yeah, great movie. Give me something else. But with everything that just happened, to now get this movie, I'm like, I don't know. It feels kind of weird. The 838 universe didn't need it.
Wait, the other universe.
Yeah, with all the cameos, dude. Really, you bring all this just for anyway?
I mean, but I'll defend it just saying like that's exactly how it goes in the comic book. So
yeah,
I'm like, fine.
Again, it was entertaining. I was expecting more. Maybe that's my fault. So Rogue Squadron has gone like this. Are we getting?
It's been a roller coaster. It's not happening. It's happening. It's starting production. It's not starting. What the hell?
Are we getting official confirmation that it's a go?
By the way.
Oh, come on. We're going to be talking about the Acolyte and High Republic in a minute, but yeah, that's short. Come on. Ride the storm. Right. Are we getting official confirmation that Rogue Squadron is in production?
If Patty Jenkins like walks out and it's like, yeah, we're starting production in a month, I'm going to be like, ah! So I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah, it comes out in her X-Wing jumpsuit.
Could you imagine, like, she comes out and Oscar Isaac comes out and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be in the movie. I need money.
Yeah, I mean, he's back. He's doing
Moon Knight.
He says he got kind of his juices going for franchises.
It's interesting because he was very critical of Disney when Star Wars ended, and he's back at it.
I mean, we all need to pay bills. Doesn't matter how much money you make. But I just want to highlight something. Of course, we say something High Republic and High. So did someone say right this time? Of course. I'm going to just highlight real quick.
I have a lot of storms to write yet with the books. But
yeah, you're so behind. So many storms. That's what I'm afraid of. Arisu saying that Feige and Wardrone will make a fun movie that doesn't make sense in the bigger picture.
That's why I want it to be like separate. Like
it depends where it fits. If it's right in the middle of everything we know and there's no connection, then what is this?
Yeah,
we'll see. Have faith. I have faith still. Let me see what else. There was a rumor about Damon Lindelof from HBO Watchmen working on Star Wars. I don't know. That's a rumor. I don't know if we get confirmation on that one. We'll go to one in a second.
If Damon Lindelof walks out, someone said Damon. I love him. I love everything he does, and he's a friend of JJ, so that connection's there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. If he walks out, somebody's gonna have to hold me because I'm gonna be like,
All right. Before we jump into the big one, there was also news. I don't know where she was speaking with some interview. Bryce Dallas Howard was asked if she would ever do a Star Wars movie, and she said, "Oh, if they ask me, okay, of course." Very reminiscent of Ewan McGregor saying, "Yeah, if they ask me to play the character, I'll play him," and he'd been lying for 4 years. Are we gonna get an announcement that Bryce Dallas Howard is working on a Star Wars movie? Maybe not. I think Celebration, but soon. I think she has to.
Could you imagine she's the director of the Kevin Feige movie?
Oh, that'd be something.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I, being practical, I don't think there's like an imminent announcement. It would be very cool because I do want to see her. She's proven she understands this universe. But let's see. But I think it'll happen like eventually. It has to happen.
I'm gonna say it. That's my prediction. She's gonna be announced. There has to be an announcement of a new movie or one of the ones we talked about. Excuse me. And she'll be there. Yeah, Lauren knows it. Where's that Star Wars win?
She has earned it, and she definitely has earned it.
All right. Before we jump, because I want to talk a little bit about the TV shows and what we might see. I'm gonna jump real quick to our Rebel thoughts because I put it out there. What do people want from Celebration? It comes. Was just gonna ask about it. This is Rian Jonson trilogy. So our friend Buck at Highball 2814 and Rachel at Bill on Stardust says they want confirmation that Rian Jonson trilogy is happening. He's your boy. You love The Last Jedi. I didn't love The Last Jedi. I enjoyed it.
Because
My Multitude of Madness. It didn't suck. Never said that it sucked. But I'm really excited if he has complete control of something. If it's just a separate movie, a whole trilogy, get me on board because he's a great director and writer and everything. If it doesn't happen now, it's not happening, I think.
I don't know, man, because it's been a long time since that got announced, and both parties, every time they're asked, they're like, yeah, it's happening. And they've canceled a ton of things before, so why not cancel it? And I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because he's doing the Knives Out thing. 2, I think it's already wrapped, but 3 will be recorded soon. So I don't know what's going on. It's so weird that nobody has been like, yeah, that's not happening, because every single time he's asked, he's like, yeah, I'm going to work on it.
And I think if you go somewhere on StarWars.com, it's still there.
And they've deleted other posts before.
Yeah. For me, this was announced when 2017, 2018, when they said JJ was doing 9. And then I think around that time is when they said, okay, Rian Johnson is coming back for his own thing. That's at least 3 or 4 years ago. When is this happening? We haven't got a movie yet. We're supposedly getting a movie on 2023, which we don't know. We're supposed to be Rogue Squadron. We talked about it a few months ago that we don't think it's going to happen, this secret movie. It needs to be announced now. Yeah, we're working on it. It will come out 2026, 2025, whatever. But I'm writing the script. I think this is it. If it's not coming now, it's not coming.
I wouldn't go there to, if it doesn't happen now, it's not happening. But it would be good if he said, yeah, it will probably start pre-production by 2026. I'm already working on the script, not the treatment, the actual script. But I don't know. If you really think about it, there's precedence of this in Star Wars, because after 83, every time George would come out, he's like, yeah, I'm going to make a prequel trilogy. And time went on. It was like, when is that coming out? It took 16 years after Return of the Jedi came out for him to do it.
Yeah, it's different. There's so many people working on Star Wars now that if they keep waiting, they'll go do something
And there's
else.
more than we know, because, constantly moving projects around and testing ideas. So yeah.
How loud do you think the crowd is gonna get? Okay,
I would love this, but he would love a panel of JJ and Rian talking about I would love that.
That would be the best panel ever, because we think, but a lot of people think that there's this hate, this DC versus Marvel, Rian versus JJ, 8 versus 9, and I'm sure they're just best of friends. That would be the best panel ever. I would love that.
it would be very interesting to see them go like, yeah, I like that from 7, so I built on it, and JJ being like, oh, I love that from 8, so I took it over here, and people, just breaking down that barrier that they hate each other, they can't start it. So stupid.
Yeah, no, that would be something. And then it goes the other way. Yeah, well, why didn't you use Rose on anything? Kelly Marie Tran. Oh, the cutting room.
Ask Bob Iger.
Then lights turn off, come back, there's no one there. But that would be a great panel. But I think if Rian Jonson shows up on stage, people will go nuts. Forget about the internet. People will just
fall. The roof will fall. Like,
I think that would be one of the biggest kind of surprises if he shows up. Just like you said, yeah, I'm working on it. Bye. That would bring down the roof there.
It's like the one wild theory I have is not with Ryan, but maybe Kathleen Kennedy talking about Rogue Squadron and talking about Patty Jenkins and being like, she's not here, but we have a video and we have Patty Jenkins on the set of Rogue Squadron saying, hey, we already started production, and people just lose their mind.
With Oscar Isaac inside an X-Wing, the same one that she used in that promo clip. Would be nice. If you do a kind of a Poe movie following him,
we should give them a drink for the panel, JJ and Ryan.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll get wild.
It would, man. You need an hour and a half just for them. But I mean, that would be a great.
That would be the best panel ever.
Just for
and then have George come in and say what he didn't like about each movie and what he loved about each movie.
I wanted my midichlorian cell movie to happen, but I didn't. And Grogu's great. Where's Grogu? And then I just shut up.
No, Roger.
Oh man, I don't know where to go now. All right, so that's fine. So let's go into the TV shows, because we have Kenobi, like we said. I don't think we're getting a trailer. Obviously, it will be the day before it comes out. The cast has to be there. Plus, we're getting the 20-year panel the next day. What do you think we're getting with Kenobi?
At most, just like a sizzle reel that ends with Kenobi and Vader clashing lightsabers to just like build the hype, and maybe have Hayden and Ewan just like say hi to everyone. They'll be there, so they'll probably show up. But I really hope that part is just like quick.
Yeah, this is what I wish again, that they had a separate TV panel. But Andor, rumors are saying that Andor's the next live action TV show. Are we finally getting a trailer for Andor during this panel?
I hope so, man. I really hope so. That's like one of those things that we know it's close by, and we've heard things here and there. But
bring Diego Luna again. Just ask him one question. Did you finally get to touch? They haven't said it, but there has to be surprises. It can't just be, here's a trailer for Andor. There has to be someone there. Diego Luna, if they're going to talk about Andor, he has to be there.
And by the way, you see the news that it's going to be a 3-season thing?
Yes, which is surprising, which I didn't expect. I don't know how much I like that.
Okay.
Why? I prefer just give me a limited series. I'm a limited series kind of guy right now, especially for this story. And I think it's 12 episodes, I think, I heard.
It's long. But I think 3 seasons can still be considered a limited series. Fargo is a limited series, and I think it has 5 or 4. I'm not sure. But
give me one season.
But it's cool. Like we know they have like an end game in mind, because they said it was going to be 5, but then they reduced it to 3, and it's cool because Star Wars comes in 3, and I don't know. I really like the news.
It also depends how long these 12 episodes are. They might be 30 minutes. With being 12 episodes, they might be shorter, which is fine as long as the story makes sense. I don't care. Look at Peacemaker. The episodes weren't that long. They were 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and no one complained about the length of the episodes of Peacemaker. I didn't like the first 2 episodes, then it gets a lot better. So the episode length to me is not a problem as long as the story makes sense. I knew there was going to be a second season because Alan Tudyk had said at one point, I'm coming back for the second season, not the first one, for K2. So, there's going to be 2 seasons, now 3. If all 3 seasons are 12 episodes, that's a long-ass story for not a side character, of course, with Andor, but a TV show that came kind of out of nowhere. That's a lot of episodes, but it's the one I'm most interested in. Apart from The Acolyte, Andor has been my most highly expected one. So I'm really hoping that we get a trailer, we get something else, because it's been almost 2 years since we saw that sizzle reel.
When it got announced, I was excited, but I wasn't like over the moon about it. As it's gotten closer and we've gotten a little bit more information, I've gotten very very excited for it.
See, limited series. That's what. All right. Let me see what else. Andor, Mandalorian. Again, we'll have its panel. We'll talk about that in a minute. Do you think we get anything else about the Acolyte, the
I hope.
Rook High Republic show?
I hope so. Because we have the Acolyte. We know nothing about that show. And I kind of think it's the next one after
Mhm.
we have Andor. Yeah, it'll probably be the next one.
Unless you can Ahsoka, because I think Ahsoka just started production, so Ahsoka
For
might
me,
come.
that's Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's all the same.
So we have Ahsoka. We'll probably get something about Ahsoka. Maybe
Yeah,
casting
it'll be.
announcements.
It's gonna be about 3 weeks since they started production. So even if it's a sizzle reel, some concept art or something, we'll get something with Ahsoka.
But remember, we also have the Lando show. We have no information on that. We have Bad Batch season 2. No, or does Bad Batch have its own panel?
Yes. So that's another
Okay.
thing. We don't get an animation panel. There's the Bad Batch panel. There's gonna be something about looking back at Visions, Tales of the Jedi has
season 2.
Yeah. But before we get there, okay, so yeah, I hope we get something more with the Acolyte, because they've cast a couple of actors already for it. So we hopefully get more, at least to know where does it fall in the High Republic, because I think it's after the High Republic ends. I was always thinking that the Acolyte was gonna come right after the High Republic kind of wraps up with Phase 3. That might be 2 years in the future. Maybe that's too far away for this show. So I don't know how it's gonna interlace.
Yeah. So Roberto's asking about the Droid Story. Is that animated? I can't remember.
They never said. It was just
never
the
said.
title card, Droid Story. I think it had Artu's kind of dome for the D, and then C-3PO was there. They haven't said anything else. Same thing for Lando. That's why I'm kind of, I don't know. Lando got announced. I was kind of meh about it, because even I love Donald Glover. I'm not too interested in a Lando series. I prefer a solo continuation, at least with those characters. If it's Lando after Solo and you still get Alden to come in and Chewie and all that stuff and Kira, then okay, whatever. But a Lando show in itself didn't sell me. And we haven't heard anything since it was announced, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right. But I do hope that they announce something of those High Republic shows. They said it was that they compared it to Stranger Things because it was a younger crowd, kind of, some for younger kids. I hope they announce something like that. Plus, give me something for the Acolyte. I hope to get something from those.
Are you into Stranger Things?
Yes. I'm not dying to see this season. Just talking about limited series, I'm like, wrap it up. And now it's going to be part 1 and part 2. And it's been like 73 years. I need like a 10-minute recap, because I don't remember anything from the last season.
It's been a while.
I know the guy with the hair was evil, and he was
the guy with the hair.
Yeah, whatever. With the sister that was. Yeah, whatever. I do want to see it. It comes out the same day as Kenobi, and I'll watch it. But
it's the same day?
Yeah, on that Friday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's take that day off, like you said. You gotta start early that day.
Stranger Things season 3. It's the only show I've ever binged from start to finish in like one sitting. I literally ate breakfast, sat down to watch it, finished it, had dinner.
Yeah,
that's all I did that day. Probably stood up like 2 times to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So maybe if there wasn't Kenobian celebration, you would
I'll do exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Again, I want to see it, but it's like it's been so long that I've lost a little bit of interest.
That show is made for me because I'm all about that 80s nostalgia, even though I was born in the 90s. Because like hearing the Journey song and the guy with the guitar, I was like,
All right. She put in the comments, and she also wrote it to us for our Rebel Thoughts. Before we move away from the movies and the TV shows, Lauren wrote, my friend Lauren, she says, give us a theatrical Star Wars animated movie. We only gotten one, the Clone Wars movie. I'll say it, sorry, it's my least favorite Star Wars movie of all the 12 movies. Is it time to get a new Star Wars animated movie?
After watching The Siege of Andor, yes. Yes. You could do a movie in that vein, keep it short, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
and just throw it all in there. Animation is such a huge part of Star Wars, and it would be like saying like after the prequels, there shouldn't be any more live action movies. And I'm not a fan of the animated movie, but I know it has potential to be great.
Yeah, I think we'll get one. But the way Disney Plus is working now, I think they'll go straight to
Probably,
Disney Plus.
probably,
It's would it work
and
as an
that sucks,
animated
by the
movie?
way.
Yeah, I mean, but look at Turning Red. I know if it was gone to the movie theaters, it was $1 billion because that movie just in my house we watched it like 10 times.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's great. It's a great
Okay.
movie, and then thing is, even again, it's a different cultures. Canada, also Toronto with an Asian family and everything, but it has a 13-year-old girl. My daughter's about to turn 12, going through all those same things. So I connected with that. So it was a great movie. So they're doing in animation is just doing great stuff out there. They'll do it in Star Wars. I'm thinking they'll release it on Disney Plus. But who knows? Maybe that's how Star Wars return to the big screen is with an animated movie. So, Toronto, of course. Oh, I saw someone else. Our friend,
Yeah.
Vader Girl 28. Kate, hi, thanks. Thanks for being here. Hope everything's going all right over there. All right, so I think that's enough for the live action stuff.
I just want to say one little thing because, like you, I was surprised this was gonna open the celebration, and I think it's a bold move because they have to know this is gonna set the tone for the rest of the weekend. If this goes great, and it ends with Kathleen Kennedy sitting, right in front of a screen with all the titles and next to all the directors and the writers and everything. And it's a good panel. We get new information. We learn about these projects and new future projects. I think it will be like a huge win and set the tone for the entire weekend. If it's not, if it's just like, let's talk 30 minutes about Mandalorian season 2 and maybe a little bit about season 3, and if it's like this very thing we've seen like
just, repeating
times,
what we know already.
It would have been like a bad move for them.
We'll see. I don't think so. It's been about, I don't know, when was the last celebration? 2019, 2018? It's been a while. So they have enough time to plan this. So I think it's going to be a big one. And given it an hour and a half, they have to have a bunch of announcements. Then happening also on Thursday, apart from all the other dozens of panels are going to be throughout the day, there's 2 publishing panels, which was surprising given that TV didn't get any, the video games didn't get any panels, which I was extremely surprised. There's a Lucasfilm publishing, which called Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away, talking about adult novels, kid novels, Lucasfilm Press, Del Rey, High Republic, First Order, all that stuff. And then there's another one that same day about the High Republic, For Light and Life. Centuries before the Skywalker saga, there was a High Republic. You had the moderator with Christina Riel, Claudia Gray, Justina Allen, Daniel Jose Older, Kevin Scott, and Charles Soule are going to be there, along with Michael Siglain and James Waugh from Lucasfilm. And then in-depth conversation about the golden age of the Jedi, including new announcements and reveals from Phase 2, Quest of the Jedi. So we already know a bunch of the titles for Wave 1 of Phase 2. What do you think we're getting announcement-wise for the High Republic? There's some cover arts, new
we haven't seen some of the covers. It'll be cool if we got concept art, and we're also getting like an art of book for High Republic, so it'll be interesting if we see like some of the concept art. With High Republic, honestly, I don't even like to speculate on what they're gonna do because they've done just like a solid job doing their thing and announcing things when they have to. So I'm like, just take me for the ride. I'm all for it.
Yeah, if we hadn't gotten, I think it was in 1 year anniversary of the High Republic show that they announced the writers or the new writers are coming in to write for Wave 2. They said what some of the people were going to be doing. Then that would be announced during Celebration. So I don't know. So I'm guessing we'll get some cover art for the new novels and probably some concept art for some of the new characters. Because I don't know what else they can do apart from just talking about what this initiative has been for the whole year. But give me concept art for some new Jedis. We all want to, who's going to replace the Stellan Geos of our heart for the next year. Give us some of those Jedi's or new characters out there.
When you said, I was like, dude, spoilers, but I was like, oh no, I read that.
I don't want to remember. I remember
Yeah,
a few weeks ago talking about
but
it.
but I will say, like, do you think like if we get like a show announcement on Thursday, do you think they'll talk about it on?
Um, only if it connects. If it's characters
I
that
really
we
hope it
know.
does, man. Because if they like try to play with those characters and they don't bring them along, it's gonna be weird.
That's why I'm thinking these kind of High Republic, Stranger Things, Star Wars and Stranger Things. I'm thinking it's gonna the characters that we know might just be in the background. It might just be brand new Padawans or younglings, whatever, in the Jedi Temple as they grow into Padawans. They won't kind of have Elzar and Ava and all that stuff.
No.
Maybe the Acolyte connects with it a little bit more, but unfortunately, I think they're keeping it separate. Again, who knows?
I think so.
You
And
need Claudia Gray writing some of those episodes.
but I'm kind of like okay with it because it's such like a big universe, and even in the same timeline, like things could happen
Yeah.
elsewhere. So I'm not like that worried about it. And Leslie Hetland she seems to be like so cool. So
Mhm.
let's see.
Yeah, that series I think it's a lot. There's gonna be something extraordinary. I'm really looking forward for the Acolyte. What's gonna happen? All right, then Friday we have the 20-year anniversary for Attack of the Clones. It's also when Kenobi's gonna premiere with those first two episodes. Are you looking forward to someone kind of show up for that 20-year panel? Anyone specific? You kind of
I have two people that if they show up, I'm probably gonna cry. Natalie Portman or George Lucas. Like,
okay.
Because of course George Lucas is George Lucas. So if he shows up, like, yeah, who's not gonna shoot for that? But Natalie Portman has a complicated history with Star Wars and even with George. So it will be very nice to see her show up, be like, hey, like I recognize this is a part of my life, and I'm happy to be here celebrating this movie I made. So yeah.
I mean, George was there for the Phantom Menace
Yeah.
panel, so it makes sense that he'll be for the Attack of the Clones, go there for 2 hours and then just leave. It makes sense that Natalie Portman is there. She's back in Disney, working in Marvel, working with Thor, which I'm sure wasn't.
With another franchise she had a very complicated relationship with.
So again, if he's just there for the panel and that's it, she doesn't need to stay to sign autographs and do other interviews. I think, yeah, just bring her in. Just show her that she can kick butt now with the new buff body that she has. She doesn't need Anakin and Kenobi to rescue her, which she didn't in Attack of the Clones anyway. But yeah, it would be great to see Natalie Portman back. I'm guessing she'll be there. I don't think that Hayden Christensen has been officially announced as being in Celebration, at least for everyone that's coming for signing autograph. I don't think he's been announced. Ewan has, but he hasn't.
Oh,
so maybe he's just there for the Kenobi panel. I mean, not Kenobi panel, but for that first one on Thursday, and then for the 20th anniversary one. He'll just blow the roof. Another one that people just.
I really hope he's there, man. If he's not, that would be disappointing.
Yeah,
because he's back in the franchise. He's doing different things in the franchise.
Yeah, and he's promoting Kenobi, so he's out there. He's seeing all the love. He'll be there. It'll be a big surprise.
Yeah,
and I think that's the biggest thing happening on Thursday. Friday. I think most people are just going to be talking about the first two episodes of Kenobi, so maybe they didn't want to jam a lot of stuff that day. Saturday, then comes the big Mando panel, Mando Plus, a conversation with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni is going to be streaming also. We'll come back to that comment in a minute. And you know what? Let's talk about it. So R2 is, I didn't want to jump to Mando and then come back. Put that comment back up if you can. So Arsu, our friend Arsu is saying, manifesting Natalie in Kenobi. Do you think we'll get a partner flashback?
I do.
Yeah? Okay. I don't know.
I really want it to happen.
I mean, I do. I think the first time I talked about Kenobi, one of the first time I said I want at least one flashback of the three of them just happy. Nothing has to do with the war. Nothing about just right before going into separate ways. Kind of just give me a 5 minute.
Find a pizza place in Coruscant and
have pizza. I mean, I've been reading Brotherhood. Anakin and Padme try to find time to be husband and wife away
Whoa.
from everything. Maybe we get
Spoilers,
that.
man.
It's they go on a date. That's not a spoiler. They're married. They can go on a date and not spoil. Our society Padme flashback for Anakin, Qui-Gon flashback for Obi-Wan, lots of crime wars. Well, all of us are so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put a tough one. If we can only get one flashback, Qui-Gon, Padme, Anakin with Ahsoka. If you can only choose one, Hayden with Ahsoka.
In Kenobi or like in everything?
Kenobi. Just in Kenobi, you get one.
If it's Kenobi, if it's a flashback, it
can be Anakin with Kenobi in the good days during the Clone Wars. People want to see them in the Clone Wars armor.
It will have to do with Anakin, like like it has. Is it Anakin with Padme? I don't know. If it's Anakin alone, I don't know. But it has to be Anakin because it'll tie to that story. Because I'm pretty sure Qui-Gon's gonna show up as the Force Ghost, even though Liam's like, no, I only do movies. Yeah,
nah, come on, you're there.
Sure.
We know.
You did the voice for Clone Wars, but you're not gonna show up for this show. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I should have said that Force Ghost counted for the flashback. But anyway.
Well, if it's only Force Ghost, it has to be Qui-Gon. Sorry, people. I think it has to be him.
Yeah. All right. So jumping to Saturday. So in their first appearance at Star Wars Celebration since the premiere of The Mandalorian, joined John Favreau, and Dave Filoni with special guests for a look back and a look ahead at what's to come. I think that's another hour talking about Mandalorian season 2, season 1. We'll get something for season 3. I don't know if they already been shooting. I think they've been shooting season 3. They might be done. Obviously, getting a trailer. We're gonna get an announcement about Book of Boba Fett season 2. Anything with Ahsoka in this panel instead of the live action one. What do you think we're gonna get in this hour with Dave and John?
If we get a season 3 trailer, I think it's gonna be like the first year they announced Mandalorian. I think it'll be like maybe just for the people there, because it'll probably be a very, very rough cut.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Probably some of the actors will show up for the panel because it says in guests. So the thing I want the most is maybe some clarity on where we're going, because we know they have an end game in mind. Kathleen Kennedy mentioned it once. So maybe say like, hey, we're going to get season 3, and maybe in season 4, it'll be like this Avengers moment when everyone comes in.
Yeah, I wish they do clarification in what this Mandoverse means. A lot of people had issues with Book of Boba Fett with those 2 episodes in the middle. All Mando, all Luke was Boba Fett, right? But then all the, not reports, but a lot of people came back. Oh, well, you remember a year or so ago they said this was all going to be connecting. It was all part of it. Book of Boba Fett happens in the Mandalorian universe. I hope they kind of talk a little bit more about what that all means. Are we going to get these crossovers in all the series? If Ahsoka going to have Din Djarin in it, is Boba Fett going to show up in Ahsoka? How connected are all these series? Is it just one big series with different titles or whatever? I hope they kind of clarify that. That's going to help with expectations for all these shows. So I hope they do that. I'm pretty certain we'll get something with season 3. After
what went on with Book of Boba Fett, I'm expecting Ahsoka then to have like tie-ins to Mandalorian, because it's clear it's one big story. So we'll see.
Did you watch the Disney Gallery for Book of Boba Fett?
I have not watched it yet. I'll probably watch it after we're done here.
All right. Oh, sorry, I gotta hurry so you can go watch it, I guess. I'm just gonna say one thing that they mentioned. It's not a spoiler, maybe. No, what Dave Filoni said, kind of the reason that they brought back Mando and Grogu was, or maybe it was John. Oh, we knew that fans weren't gonna be able to spend like a whole season without seeing them. And wait, this is a different show. Are you saying that this season? And that kind of put me, okay, all for them, this is all one big show. It's not divided into different series. Just make that clear for everyone so we know what to expect.
Yeah, I agree. Like that was a because I saw the tweets about that comment. It was a kind of very weird comment.
All right, so I'm gonna highlight a couple of comments. Arsu said if it's up to her, just a flashback of Anakin and Obi-Wan if she can only have one. Lauren is saying just keep them in Clone Wars outfit. I was just hoping for hopefully Pedro Pascal to make an appearance. Well, he's busy shooting The Last of Us. But yeah, maybe he's there. Oh, Arsu, this is not an unpopular opinion here
I
already,
think it's a very
Rebellion.
opinion.
At least with me, 100% agree. Fine
Even though,
without Grogu. I was
even
fine
though I
without
haven't
Grogu for the next 3 years or something, but I got him. He's back there
yeah,
somewhere.
I love him, but I would have been fine if he just
Yeah,
went up.
just
I would have been fine if he never came back. Honestly,
all right. This is where we're losing everyone that just jump in. I think
sorry.
Grogu's story is done. Grogu's story with Din Djarin is done. He got him to the Jedi. That was it. I don't need another season of him just carrying a baby around that doesn't
But
do anything.
just to be clear, I'm not mad he's back. I really like Grogu, but I would have been fine if it never
We
came
didn't need
back.
him.
No, I didn't need him all neither.
Yeah. All right. Also, your unpopular opinion is very popular here with us. So,
Yeah.
and Lauren also. See, we
not
got our
unpopular
own support group here. But I did love those
That's a cold
episodes.
take.
Yeah, I didn't need him, but I did love the episode that Din Djarin was there, especially that first one. Anyway, yeah. So we'll get us something more with season 3. Maybe some concept art if they don't have a rough cut of a trailer or something. Maybe just for the people there, like you said. But then also on Saturday, we're getting Tales of the Jedi. It's going to be streaming, so that's going to be something. And this introducing Tales of the Jedi animated anthology shorts hosted by Amy Radcliffe with special guest Dave Filoni. We know nothing about this. This kind of came out a while back. What's Arsu saying?
She wants Din to pick up Grogu from camp and go back to Sorgon at the end of the series. Yeah, I agree.
He has someone waiting for him over there. She's waiting. He was this close to taking that helmet off. Forget it now. She wouldn't go back to the armor after that, saying, "Yeah, I took my armor, my helmet off. Why do I need to reclaim this Mandalorian?" He's like, "Okay, whatever. I took it off. Had a good time. See you later. I gotta go back to my lady." So yeah, I agree. He needs to go back to Sorgan. Tales of the Jedi. This title kind of got leaked a while back. No one knew what it was about. Animated shorts. People are speculating might just deal with a different Jedi each episode. Any idea of what you might want to see with this show?
I have no idea. If it's like a different Jedi every episode, different Jedis we know, it'll be like very similar to that comic series they did with Age of Republic, Age of Rebellion, Age of Resistance. So I'm not sure. It's weird. It's because the logo has been out for a while because of a gift employees got or something.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I have no expectations for it really. I think the idea is cool because I think it's shorts. So
animated shorts.
It makes me think of Vision. So yeah, sure. Let's go for
it. Was Vision considered animated? So it's animated anthology shorts. Yeah, Vision was between 12 and 20 minutes.
And I don't know. It's probably gonna be very similar to Visions then. If it's like an anthology shorts, probably.
I don't know. Then they're just trying to replicate what Visions did, and they won't be able to. I was thinking more, even shorter, maybe 5 to 10 minute shorts.
Oh,
I don't know. It reminded me of what is it? The other shorts that they had, Galaxy of Adventures, that had those little like 3 to 5 minutes. So what's now? They say, guys, just join. Hope to see you both at Celebration. Daniel, have fun at Celebration.
We won't be there, sadly.
We won't be there.
We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. Lauren, who's on the chat, she'll be at Celebration. She'll be calling in. So if you see her, Daniel, find Lauren, get on our show. She will just do from the background. You can just say hi. Maybe next year we'll be there. Next time they come to Florida, I gotta be there, obviously. So yeah, I don't know what Tales of the Jedi is gonna be. I'm really excited to see what type of animation style they go with. Every Star Wars animation has a different look, so it's gonna be interesting to see what it is. If it's a story about a Jedi each week, that's fine. It'll be interesting. We'll see. No idea what this is. So again, we're asking for something new. This is something new, so we'll see. And then Sunday, finally, I have my shirt, the Bad Batch shirt, which people here know I'm not the biggest fan either of the Bad Batch, but I do like
it. That was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. You're right. I watched
The
it with
F
my
word.
daughter. Fun is allowed in Star Wars. It's what makes it good for me.
Yeah.
So basically, it says join host David Collins as he invites Star Wars The Bad Batch executive producer and supervising director Brad Rao, executive producer and head writer Jen Corbett, story editor Matt Michonovitz, actors Dee Bradley Baker and Michelle Ang, who played Omega, to discuss highlights from the first season of the acclaimed series, as well as some exciting hints of what's to come in season 2. Finally, the trailer will probably drop there. We'll get a release date announcement. A lot of people think it's coming in the summer or early fall. Again, wasn't the biggest fan. Not, I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite of the animated series. Interesting to see where they go for season 2. I hope they really delve into the Empire side of it. Those were my favorite episodes. Crosshair, the Empire growing and expanding was my favorite part. I didn't connect with a single character, a single member of the Bad Batch, which was my issue with the series. So hopefully this season kind of brings me back into it. What are your hopes for it, or anything you want to see?
I
Now,
want to see
Candice and cloning.
I want to see a trailer. And I don't know. I liked the Bad Batch. I'm kind of with you. It was fun. It wasn't my favorite animated show, so we'll see. I I want to continue like exploring Crosshair's story, even though he's kind of like a jerk. I was a bit interesting in what was going on, and of course everything going on in that mountain cave thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll see. Honestly, I haven't really thought about that show that much. I'm just excited to see like where it'll go next.
Yeah. I think that most we've heard is about the Kiner brothers on Twitter keep hinting that they're working on some great music for it. I know
And
a
the
lot
music
of people,
was great, by the way.
yeah, music was great. Like I said, I love a lot of the episodes had to deal with kind of the Empire side of it. I love Crosshair's kind of dilemma, and every time he was there chasing them is some of my favorite. When he, Crosshair, and Hunter finally had that conversation in the finale, I was like, yeah, this should have happened like 4 episodes ago to make more sense. So let's keep expanding on this. Keep Crosshair bad. Don't turn him back to the bad so soon. Keep him bad. But yes, Lauren, if you find Arsu out there, if timing works, you can pop in for a few minutes. And then I agree with Roberto saying that if Tales of the Jedi shorts would be great to introduce some Harry Potter characters. Yes.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
Yeah. So Roberto, you get a star for that one. I think you're right. That will be something great. And then we have a look back at Star Wars Visions also on Sunday. And there were reports or rumors, I should say, that a season 2 was coming. I know Lauren put that on the chat, and I remember seeing that a few weeks ago. Do you think we're getting an announcement for a season 2 of Visions?
I hope we get that announcement. Am I excited for it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Visions. Lauren, who was here, we did our Visions recap twice because the first time we didn't record because YouTube kicked me out. So we repeated all of our jokes a second time and still laugh at the same jokes. But I love Visions, love almost every episode. The Bride wasn't my favorite one, sorry. But I've said it before, give me a season 2, but give me different studios, different cultures, how they interact with Star Wars. I'm pretty sure that's not what's going to happen, especially at least on this panel, because they have a lot talking about a lot of the studios that worked on it last time. So maybe they stay with the same Japanese influence, which is fine. But I wish they kind of
even some studios did 2 episodes that were very different from one from the other. So yeah, sure. If they want to keep the same team, because I think they've mentioned that they've worked on things that didn't end up on the show. So we'll see.
Yeah, some of those episodes could continue. The Ninth Jedi is one that a lot of people say you can make a whole series about the Ninth Jedi. I love the twins was my favorite one. You can still go with them trying to find each other. It was the naughtiest thing ever. Nothing made sense in that episode. I love every single second of it.
It's a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Like me and Lawrence, it's a chaotic mess. It's my type of chaotic mess. I love everything about it. Nice Jedi afterwards. No, The Elder. I love The Elder. Was my other one. Elder. You did not like The Elder?
No. I can't remember now why I didn't like it, but I didn't like it.
Whatever. I can't remember. I remember the episode, but anyway, okay, that's your decision. That's why you're here. We connect on a lot of things Star Wars, but we also have our different ideas. So we're not always just yes, yes. All right. I just love in the chat Arsu and Lauren already trying to connect for celebration and how it's gonna work. Older, you're not gonna miss me because one of them is very tall.
Yeah.
Which I just gonna say Arsu. Arsu is 6 feet tall, which is I'm 6 feet tall. But then a post a few weeks ago, last week, someone saying, "Why is every Star Wars fan so short?" And a bunch of people, dude, come on, it's what are you talking about?
I saw it.
So shut up. Anyway, we're digressing. And then Sunday, Bad Batch, Visions, and then the closing ceremony. Gather with friends and fellow Star Wars fans to relive the best moments of the weekend and bid farewell to another Star Wars celebration, featuring special guests, weekend highlights, and much more. This is a send-off you won't want to miss. Are we getting a special surprise announcement during the closing ceremony? Any final surprises?
I don't think so. I just had this thought that maybe if the first panel sucked, maybe they'll be like scrambling, like call Ryan,
Get him
here,
send him all the money right now.
Yeah. So I don't think so. I think it'll be like wrapping up, maybe reminding us like what they announced throughout the weekend. But I think the major announcements will be throughout the days.
I think there'll be something. I don't know. Maybe they just stay here for the first episode of the Bad Batch or something. I thought that for Batch season 2, maybe they let people watch the first episode there. They'll do a premiere of the first episode. I think they did that last time for season 1, but all right, we'll see. See what's ours right. Last word before the lights go up. By the way, episode 10 coming Christmas 2025, and then shut the lights and get out of there. You don't want to be there. Okay. Last speculation. Episode 10 gets announced. Is this
Daisy's gonna be there? Daisy's gonna be there. I saw the thing for her signing thing. The thing for her signing thing.
Yeah, we understand. Okay, now we're serious. Now we're getting serious.
She's gonna be there.
And she's opening up more. She's back on Instagram. She's talking more about Star Wars. So if episode 10 gets
I'm getting sweaty.
If episode 10 gets announced, is it the continuation of these characters or just something?
It has to, man. It has to. What the hell are we talking about?
So what's episode 10? For me, I've always said...
I have an idea for it. I'm not gonna talk about it, but
okay, we'll make a different episode. After celebration, we'll make a special speculation episode 10.
If episode 10 gets announced, I'll bring my treatment. I'll read it right here.
Oh, there we go. There's a treatment already. We just need a director. Arsu's a writer. She can help you tidy it up.
Awesome. Yeah.
If you need something with Raylo, she'll be the one to call.
I actually have things with Raylo. And I don't consider myself a Raylo, but I do have things with Raylo.
Yeah, Lauren, I don't know. Arsu put something out there and there we just derailed. What I wanted is for Rey to not follow in the footsteps of all the Jedi and trying to build her own Jedi order. I don't think that's what she would want after everything that went down. I'm just gonna rebuild the Jedi. I think she goes on does her own thing. But
I have her rebuilding the Jedi, but in a very different way.
All right.
I'll just say that. It's a very different thing.
All right. So Roberto says he has to go. Wish us a great show. Thanks for joining us, Roberto. We'll see you in a couple of weeks when you join us live. Arthur's ready to get this going. Oh my God,
We'll talk.
Yeah, it'll be something. All right. So I think that's a good place to bring an end to our conversation today. A premiere season 5 of Radio Rebellion. For those who missed it, Oti has officially become our guest host here on Radio Rebellion. So you'll be seeing him every week unless he has some prior engagements, and we'll hold him to it. But that's it for now. Thanks for everyone in the chat. You guys are great as always. Next week, we're back talking Kenobi speculation. Going to be 1 week from the premiere of Kenobi. A lot of things to talk about. So come back to that one.
I have a lot of speculating to do.
Yeah. We'll keep talking about Raylan. I'll try to take the first chapter out of your treatment for episode 10 or something. Or
I actually have a treatment for Kenobi. from a what? I'll be talking.
Oh,
Shameless plug. It'll be in Spanish. Sorry, but there will be a podcast where I talk about it.
that's we can translate it very badly, like we used to.
I could like give out some general ideas.
All right,
When
so
we do it, yeah.
be here
If you
next
want.
week, just in case.
Yeah.
All right, so let me say thanks to Dale, thanks to Lauren, Arsu, Roberto, who else? Star Wars Nowadays, thanks for joining. Yeah, everyone else that joined us today. Kat, thanks for being here also. Everyone, great show. Oti, I know you're busy with tax seasons. Where can people find you apart from here? Hopefully every Saturday as we say goodbye.
Yeah, from now on you can find me here almost every Saturday unless I have a prior engagement. But you can find me over at Instagram and Twitter at Epe Star Wars, whatever it says like down there. And yeah, happy to be here.
All right. So again, for everyone joining us, again, thank you. Forgot to say it on top, but always make sure that you like this video. Leave us a comment below if you're watching this later on the replay. What do you think about Celebration? What do you want to see? And make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're 5 subscribers away from 150. I'll keep saying once we hit 150 subscribers, we'll do another watch along of a Star Wars movie or a TV series. Oti, I think that was the first time you were here for a watch along of Revenge of the Sith. Had a lot of fun, so we want to do it again. Forgot to mention it also at the top, but make sure that you're helping out with the Amidala Initiative for Equality Texas. Everything happening in Texas, Florida, all around the country, trying to take rights away from transgender and the LGBTQ community, apart from women's rights. So anything you can do to help does help. So for myself, you know where to find me. It's right there at Radio Rebel Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Radio Rebellion Podcast.wordpress.com for my book reviews. We'll be done with Brotherhood in a couple of days, and my spoiler review will be there. We'll do a non-spoiler at some point so Oti doesn't get spoiled with it. And as always, stay safe, be safe, and may the Force be with you.